So before I say anything else, I just want to say that I tried to record this video yesterday afternoon at the church and then last night, and for some reason, neither of those videos will upload. So this is the third time I'm trying to record this video, and I hope that the third time really is a charm. On Tuesday, I said that one of the most important things that we need to deal with in our lives is the issue of change. Because like it or not, change is a part of life. Things change. But often we want to resist change. We want to pretend that change won't happen, that things won't change. So why is it that we want to resist change so often and keep them the same? Well, of course, there could be many things that we could talk about, but I think one reason is that we crave control. Whether or not we want to acknowledge it or admit it about ourselves, as humans, we all crave control. We want to control the environment around us. We want to control our lives. Think about, for instance, so many things that we do. Because so many things in our lives are constructed around this idea of being in control of things. Look at the way that we handle our finances, our bank accounts, and our investment portfolio. We're usually very strategic, very calculated. We want to have things just so. We're constantly checking our statements, looking at our balance, making sure that we're set up for the future. Look at how we parent our kids, many of us. We want to make sure that our kids have the perfect childhood, that nothing bad happens, that they're not going to be hurt. Look at how we choose where we live. So often we want to live in the best neighborhood, the safest neighborhood, where nothing could happen to us, where it's peaceful. Perhaps we even spend money, a lot of money, on expensive alarm systems to make sure that nobody can come and do anything to us, hurt us. Look at relationships, even. So many of us have trouble being vulnerable in relationships, really putting ourselves out there. We want to wear a mask to protect ourselves. So we don't fully put ourselves out there. We don't tell the whole truth. Maybe we tell 90% of the truth, but we don't say that last 10% of the truth because we don't want to get hurt. We want to be safe. All these things are designed to create control, to protect us. So much of what we do is about mitigating risk. Yet what we have to remember is that we're not really in control when it comes down to it. We're really not in control. Out of all the things in our world, there's only a small amount of things that we truly are in control over. There's so many things that could happen to us tomorrow that we could never plan for, that we could never do anything about. Yet we're always seeking control. But the truth is, we're not in control. And it's hard to admit that. And that relates to change because so often we do the same things over and over, the same routines, the same patterns, and we're used to them. They make sense to us. They're comfortable. We have a consistent outcome. We know that they work for us. And then it looks like we may have to change. And that scares us because that breeds uncertainty. We wonder, what will this mean for me? What if something happens? What if things don't go according to plan? What if I get hurt? Yes, change is about uncertainty. It's about a lack of control. When things change, we don't know what's going to happen. And so a big part of being able to navigate change in a healthy way is learning to give up control. Learning to understand that we truly aren't in control. That life is full of risk, full of uncertainty, no matter what we do. And then secondly, it's about learning that we can trust God, that God is with us, that God is helping us, even as we walk through these times. Even when we're not in control, we don't know what's going to happen, even if things don't turn out like we expect them to or we want them to, God is still there, walking with us. So accepting change and working through it in a healthy way is all about this 1-2 process, this 1-2 balance of first learning to give up some of our control and then learning to trust God. So I wonder, what are some changes that you've seen in your life in recent years? And what are some changes that may happen in the next few years? How are you going to give up control and accept that? And how are you going to learn to trust God in those circumstances? Think about that. Reflect on it. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon.